Hi, this is Ashley Van Houten with Hospitality Design Magazine. I'm here with Lee Blair from Durkan at their booth at HDExpo. Lee, thanks very much for speaking with
Absolutely.
us. So if you wouldn't mind just kind of giving us an overview of Durkan.
Sure. Durkan is one of the commercial brands of the Mohawk Group, specifically devoted to the hospitality industry. Founded in 1979 by Tom Durkan, was a family-run business, was really the first company specifically devoted to the hotel industry, flooring, carpet-wise, and specifically dedicated to the design community. So it's always been about design at Durkan and really servicing the design community and creating new visuals for hospitality. And Mohawk bought the company in 1999, and we've continued to invest in the business, and we'll talk about that a little further along.
So the booth looks amazing this year. Can you tell us a bit about the theme and how you put it together?
Sure. First of all, the booth is completely redesigned. Everything in the booth is new for 2012. So a big investment in the booth as well as in our technology. The theme is Think Durkan, and there's three pillars under that, which is Think Design, Think Innovation, and Think Global. So our key initiatives are to be the design leader, to be the innovation leader, and we've just spent a lot of money, $5.5 million on a new 25 DPI printer. We'll talk about that a little later. And then think globally, and it's our responsibility, and the key initiative is to grow Durkan outside of the United States. So we have a lot of effort going on there as well.
So the big news from Durkan this year is the Spectronics 25X technology. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Sure. We purchased the printer back in the middle of last year, and then had it up and running around December. It's a 25 DPI printer, which takes us from our old technology of 16 DPI, or 256 pixels of dye per inch, to 625 pixels of dye per inch. So it's really like going from an old television to a high definition television technology. So the visuals that are on the floor or here behind us give us the ability to have really fine lines and great clarity and depth of color as well.
So are you the only flooring company that's using this technology right now?
Yes,
okay.
we are. We're the only ones in hospitality. That's correct.
Great. And so can you tell us about some of the products or patterns that use this new technology?
Sure. For example, this is part of the Mad for Plaid collection from Orange Sherman. You can see the nice, fine, crisp lines that are in the design, as well as the bright vividness of color. The way the machine pressurizes the dye into the yarn, we get really nice separation of color and clarity as well. And then there's some other visuals that we'll walk through later that I can show you even better detail and clarity on.
Great. So what are the environmental implications of using the Spectronics technology?
It will be twofold in talking about this specific piece of carpet here, but the machine is much more effective and efficient when it comes to water usage, also electricity. It runs much faster, so we're able to process the carpet through quicker, so we're not using as much energy. And then as far as the waste and the dumping of the dye, is much less dye waste. And this product here is called Smart Strand, which is a 37% bio-based substrate that we use to actually make the carpet. So that's 37% less petroleum that go into it. It's a corn-based product, so it's, from a bio-based standpoint, gives it really nice environmental story, and it's very, very highly renewable as far as recycling of the product as well.
Great. So how does this new technology assist in your commitment to domestic production?
Well, all product that we make today is made in our Georgia plant in Dalton. And so this is really an investment of Durkan. We actually put about $10 million into the business over the last 12 months to really shows our commitment to making things here in the States. We have great control over our products here. Our plants are ISO 9000 and 14001 certified, and we have a great workforce, very reliable suppliers as far as yarn and backings and those kind of things. And it gives us the ability to control our products very well.
So I know in your booth this year you have interactive display artist Tracy Lee Stum working on an interactive wall mural. Can you talk about that?
Well, it's actually right behind you over here. We could take a look at it on the wall. But Tracy has been with us now for about 2 years, and Tracy's one of the world's premier and most famous street artists. She travels all around the world to create these beautiful 3D images, in public venues and on streets around the world, and she's taking that knowledge and that ability to design and putting it on carpet. You can actually see that this looks like it's floating on the carpet. So she has beautiful handwriting, great with color and clarity, and so we're really pleased to work with her. And it's a nice talking point to be able to we're actually taking the carpet from the floor and she's designing it from the floor into the wall. So yes, absolutely. We're thrilled to be working with her. She's absolutely a very fine person.
Great. Tell us more about your Discover Design competition.
We teamed up with NEWH, I guess it was 3 years ago, and we created a Discover Design competition, which it's two areas of design. One is professional designers that work for architect and design firms. They work to create designs, and it's a contest. We have a first, second, and third place. The professionals actually, they're judged by a panel of judges, including one from our company, one from NEWH, and then a couple of other key leaders in the industry. But they work for a nice cash prize, and there's 3 places. But then we have our endow side of it as well, which is giving back to students and to who are the future of our industry. And so there's 3 awards there, first, second, and third, and there's scholarship money that go with that. So it's tapping into that creative process of the minds that are going to be running the hospitality industry one day. So it's giving back and helping them with their cost of their college tuition.
That's great. So can people find more about that on your website?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Perfect. Well, Lee, thank you very much for speaking with us today. And now we're going to go to Barbara Marcy, the Creative Design Director for Durkan, to find out more about the products. So now we're here with Barbara Marcy, and she's going to tell us a bit more about the designs at the Durkan booth. Thanks, Barbara.
Yes, thank you very much. Today we have 4 collaborators that we're focusing on in the booth, and Virginia Langley is one of them. This is her brand new collection called Melange. What we're showing here are 3 patterns on the wall and 1 pattern on the floor out of the collection. There are multiple patterns with print and CYP. We have CYP cut and loop textured on the wall here. We have 2 synthesis bases that we are utilizing for 2 of her print patterns as well. And now, Ashley, I want to show you some detail that Virginia Langley has put into this Melange collection in her flower. She's taken a lotus flower from a Photoshop image and structured it with the colors and was able to actually get dewdrops with the clarity of our new 25 dpi printer.
So Barbara, you have something else you'd like to show us?
Absolutely. Let's go to the next area.
So tell me what we have here.
Ashley, we have our first official collection from Stacy Garcia. This is called Wild Corners. It's a beautiful collection of tribal, adventurous, and primitive patterns that are in multiple colors and beautiful tropical colorways from all over the world.
Great, let's go see the next collection. So Barbara, I understand you have a sneak peek for us about a new Stacy Garcia line coming out this summer?
We do. What we have behind us here is Acid Hip, a brand new collection that will come summer of 2012. And it's really based on fun, loud, energetic, acid hip graphic designs that are hot and back in the neon colors from the 80s.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much, Barbara, for chatting with us today. I appreciate it. And you can find all this information and more on their website. And remember, thank Durkan.